All right, Trent, I have a question for you. Do you feel that Wild Turkey Rare Breed is the king of all bourbon?
No. That either goes to Baby Hudson or Corner Creek.
Oh, stop. Stop with that.
Honestly, I don't drink it all that often, but I did see that it's won a couple of awards lately. But before, I mean, I almost just died. We can't. We got a little lighting ensemble here and here. We got some all jerry-rigged lighting over here. But I was setting up the camera and it like just randomly collapsed right on me.
He's being a little dramatic, but yes, it all came down kind of on top of him.
He said, and I quote, "You scared me, and I'm fearless." So I mean,
I did say that.
Yeah, so
I did.
I almost wasn't.
We're back in action. Good thing your mom wasn't here to experience that. She'd have probably freaked out.
Yeah, she would have.
But
I know this is one of your favorite bottles.
It is, and I guess I did. I came up with some. I ran into some knowledge here not that long ago, and I just started thinking about Wild Turkey Rare Breed. I have a feeling, and I want to know in the comments, I sincerely do, pro or con. But to me, I truly feel like Wild Turkey Rare Breed is the pinnacle of bourbon in folks' mind, whether that's, you can take that any way you want to, but I think that's like the height of the bourbon world right now, and I've got some reasons why. I'm trying to try to sell you on that tonight.
Yeah, please do, because I mean, okay, I don't know what these glasses are for, but I'm going in real quick.
Yeah, they got Wild Turkey Rare Breed in it. And what got me started with this, Trenton, is online Scotch Whiskey Awards. Now, some of you folks might not know anything about that stuff. I try to get into some Scotch videos. I do follow Ralphie. He's an older gentleman that has just enormous amounts of knowledge.
Fudgy?
No. Oh. On Scotch whiskey. So I follow Ralphie, I follow Roy, and I believe it's pronounced, his channel's Aquavite, I think. I apologize, Roy, if that's incorrect. But he is just a lovely man to listen to, very knowledgeable as well. And I also follow First Fill Whiskey, which is Phil. I think he's kind of like, he's a little bit like you. He's a little bit off the wall sometimes, but very, very, very knowledgeable and fun to watch. So I try to follow those guys, try to learn as much as I can about Scotch whiskey. Anyways, Ralphie and Roy are involved every year for the last couple of years in online Scotch Whiskey Awards, okay, where folks get to choose, what their favorites. It's actually, everybody gets a vote. So whatever the top votes are is what wins. Now, what drew my attention to this particular bottle, which we can all relate to, is because it's bourbon and it's made right here in the United States. So this bottle in the online Scotch Whiskey Awards won Best Non-Malt Whiskey, and it also won Best World Whiskey. So that goes to show you that not even do we appreciate that here in the United States, but it's also appreciated abroad around the world, dude. It is. I was kind of blown away by that it won those two awards. Best World Whiskey. That includes, Indian whiskey, Korean whiskey, Kavalan. It includes all Japanese whiskey, Scotch whiskey, whatever. People voted Wild Turkey Rare Breed #1.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I'll give you my thoughts. I don't know about you. I didn't have any plans for this video, so I'm gonna leave the set for a second. I am. I'm gonna try and find, because I got to do an experiment. Mm-hmm. I got to do an experiment, and I tried it. I mean, it's not. I don't hate it.
Oh, so good. Well, I have no idea what he's up to. I just don't.
Where's your other one of this?
Where's my other one of that? I gave it away.
So this is all you got?
Yeah. Why?
What do you mean you gave it away?
That's what I do, buddy. I give a lot of stuff away.
Okay. If you were to tell me this, which is, it's rare breed.
Yeah.
Non-chill filter. If you were to tell me this won best whiskey, I would believe it. This, for me, just lacks what this offers, which is just like a lot more depth of flavor. I feel like this gets stripped out of some of its quality, and
All right.
I don't hate this.
All right, but
we're gonna spar this video.
We are, because the fact of the matter is though that most everybody can't get that export bottle. I'm not going to deny it's not delicious. I'm not going to deny that, and we can go head to head. We should do that on a blind sometime. Hey, if you all folks want to watch on a Friday, we always do 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to watch Wild Turkey Rare Breed, the export bottle Rare Breed, Wild Turkey 101, and we'll figure out something else to put in it, and we'll do that. So, but I'm not going to deny that one's not delicious, but this is the bottle that's able to be found practically worldwide. You know what I mean? So this is one that everybody can relate to. They can't relate to that one over there because very few people can find that bottle.
What was included in this competition? Like, is it just shelfers or like what?
If you want to see it, and I didn't do it last year because I didn't think folks would have would click to see it. But I'd love for you and I to taste the winners of the online Scotch Whiskey Awards.
Let's do it.
It's a lot of different scotches. It might be stuff you don't like. But I'd like to do that. If you want to see it, if you don't, that's fine. Let us know that too. I'm not heartbroken by that. We're here today, though, to discuss Wild Turkey Rare Breed and see if I can actually convince you that this is the king of bourbon. It's voted best world whiskey, bro.
You're getting in my face, man.
Not that one. This one.
Sell me, because I tasted it and I'm like.
All right. What do we know about Rare Breed? All right. Most all the Wild Turkey stuff is 75% corn, 13% rye, 12% malted barley.
Same mash bill.
All right. So the 101 is a blend, so they say, of 6 to 8 year whiskey, something like that, right? This one here has 6, 8, and 12-year-old whiskey in the blend. So you get some older whiskey in there, which enhances the flavor. It gives you depth of flavor. It deepens the sip. So that's what we kind of know about it. That's really about all we know. But first of all, I'm gonna tell you this, Jim. I think it's extremely popular because, number one, the price point. I got 4 points. I'll try to make it as fast as I can. Price point, right? I know I whined quite a bit when it went up because I used to be able to buy this for around $40, $42. Okay, right now in our area, I think it's $53, $54. Right? Okay, well let's just keep it there at that $54, $50. There's some folks that still buy it in the 40s. I know I'm getting in your face again. I apologize. But even at $53, $54, that is a bargain for a barrel-proof bourbon. You can't name that many barrel-proof bourbons that you're going to get for that price range. You can name a couple, but there's not that many. Usually they're a little bit more expensive than that. Am I right? I mean, you got Maker's Mark cast strength. It's a little bit cheaper. You get a few of them that can be a little cheaper. Mm-hmm. All right, what do you got? What do you got? I can see the wheels straight. He's dying to prove me wrong on this video.
All right.
Torch him in the comments. Give it to him.
No. Off the top of my head, Maker's Mark cast strength, Baker 7, this, something else, in a blind. I guarantee you this does not come out first.
Oh, whatever, dude. Baker 7?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I think that Baker 7, in my opinion, is better than this. Mm-mm. I'm a little disappointed in Phil and other Phil.
Why are you? They're only Ralphie and Roy are only the hosts of
How did I get it that wrong?
Well,
Ralphie and Roy.
Phil's just another guy. Just another guy I watch to learn about Scotch whiskey. But you're just a Jim Beam guy, and I get that. That's his palate. I'm not going to argue with people have their own flavor palettes, and I'm okay with that. So Trent's top spot isn't Wild Turkey. And I would hope for this video that he would just agree with me all the way down the line, but he's not gonna.
Wouldn't be a truthful video.
All right, price point though. It's a good price. Let's just at least agree. It's a good price.
It is a good price point.
The next, it's available. It's highly available all across the country and obviously pretty much around the world. Because if it's voted best world whiskey, and I'm going to remind you that again, best world whiskey, a lot of folks had to taste it and try it. So it's available. You can pretty much find it on the shelf. That's big. That's big these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now this is coming from me, okay? And I know you're going to argue with this, and some of you else folks might too. But For a barrel proof whiskey, the proof point is a little bit lower than some of the other ones. 116.8 proof. It's not 130. It's not up there where it's going to cancel out some folks. I will drink the 130 proof. You know, for science sake, we have a show. I've got to do what I have to do. But if I have a preference in the matter, I love that price point. Price point. So you're getting me now. I love that proof point to be around that 115 proof. So this one comes in at that. So it's basically can be more attractive to a wider audience because of the proof point as a barrel proof. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense to me for sure.
Oh, what's your next point? Why do we have this in ice?
Because I feel, last but not least, I feel that the Wild Turkey Rare Breed is extremely versatile. All right? My point to that is, I gotta taste
That's
this.
like peanut water, man. What happened to the flavor in that with ice?
Go sit down. You're ruining the video.
So much.
I drink a lot of Wild Turkey, as you know. You know I do.
Yeah.
I drink a lot of my Wild Turkey on a chunk of ice. That's what I got right here. Now, I think it's extremely versatile because you can enjoy this bourbon neat. You can enjoy it on ice. You know, you can mix it. You can do whatever you want with this bourbon and still be good. We've had that show. Some bourbons you put on ice, it's just like, ooh, that didn't help it whatsoever on the flavor profile. I think this one actually enhances it just a touch for me. So, for those folks out there, and you know there's plenty of them, that only drink bourbon, especially in the barrel proof level, on ice. And that's okay. Drink what you like the way you like it. If anybody tells you anything differently than that, they don't know anything what you're talking about, period.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, if somebody out there likes it on ice and you don't, that doesn't mean that they're wrong and you're right. It usually means they're right and you're wrong.
I agree, yeah.
You know, so drink what you like the way you like it. But it's extremely versatile that, you can put it in pretty much any application. It still tastes great. It's great.
I can tell you're very passionate about this bottle. You're getting very animated. You're getting in my face. You're putting it on ice. You're putting it in a Glen. Okay, hear me out.
All right, I'll take a breath.
There is not much that I can really complain about this bottle. I would recommend this bottle. The price point's good. The proof point's good. It's the age statement is solid across the board. I'm just not into it.
That's okay. I'm okay.
And it's
with
like, I honestly, and not to say, bean beat turkey, whatever, because I think every distillery has its own distinct profile. Bean especially. Wild Turkey's got one mash bill across every expression apart from their rise. So there's gonna be diehard Wild Turkey fans. I know a ton of folks on our Discord that are that way.
Yes.
What I honestly would be interested in is like, you take really core distilleries like Beam Makers, Wild Turkey, and like kind of pit their, like, how would you describe this? Like a more premium offering, or like, because it's available.
Mm-hmm.
Like middle shelf, top shelf, I don't know.
It's definitely not top shelf.
Like middle of the road proof point cask strengths, $50 to $70, kind of around that proof point.
Okay.
Put them in a blind and just see where they land. I have a feeling that for you, Turkey would land first. Beam for me would land first, if not second.
Okay, and I will never deny, nor would I try to talk somebody into changing their preference. Mm-hmm. Historically, you have not been, a Wild Turkey has not been on the top of your list. Nope. Historically. Yeah. And that's okay. That's all right. It's his palate and it's my palate. Historically, Wild Turkey has been on the top of my list. Yeah. And that's okay too. There's some folks out there that are the same as Trent. It just doesn't rank that very high. However, I'm gonna come full circle. I am, and here it comes. It's coming full circle. It's coming like a freight train. That's still, I'm still saying you can't deny that this is the king of bourbon. Whether it's not on yours, and I'm okay with that. But it won Best World Whiskey.
What won last year?
I'd have to look it up. I don't know off the top of my head.
If this won consecutively, year after years in a row, I would completely agree. But who knows? Maybe Ron and who?
I don't
Ralphie
and Roy.
Roy.
Good people.
Maybe they had salsa before this thing, and this.
They're not. This is voted on by hundreds, if not thousands. You have ding dong. It's voted on by tons of people.
What if the event was catered and everything has salsa? I don't know.
He just needs to just take a seat here for a minute. Now, come on.
For your claim, I could take it. I could take it or leave it. I for the sake and to make sure that I don't die after this video. Maybe from the lights, maybe for some other reason. Still no. If you, and I know that hypothetical, you could say this about any bottle. Why are you taking this and making it an international release when you could take it, apply it to this?
All right.
If Campari took this, applied it to this rare breed, and made this a shelfer everywhere, 100% I would agree.
And that's another video. That's a whole different topic. And I could get on board with that conversation because I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
That's excellent. That's excellent.
If you're the CEO of Campari and you're watching and you want to have a chat,
and you watch us all the time, let us know.
Yeah, but I would love to do a blind for this, for like Baker's 7, for a Maker's Cask Strength, and one more that I just can't think of right now, and just see.
But the fact of the matter is, you're still skirting the subject. It doesn't matter what
No.
comes out on top of the blind between you and me. It's still, on a whole, is the consensus of most of the folks that drink bourbon. This is number one.
I'm not most folks.
Well, this video obviously can last for a half hour, 45 minutes.
If you want to see a live stream of us just arguing about Wild Turkey Rare,
we can do that. But thanks for watching. I hope I made my point. I'd like to know in the comments, truly, and honestly, I really would. Let me know your thoughts, what you feel about what our discussions were here today, excluding the fact that Trenton's palate's different than my palate. It might be different from your palate, but I truly want to know, is Wild Turkey Rare Breed the king of all bourbon? I'm saying it is. And that's where we're going to end the video.
I'm tallying up the votes in the comments. Leave a comment. I just really want to rub this in your face when it doesn't win.
All right, that's all I got for you today. I want to give Trenton a hug before he leaves. Don't worry, we'll be fine. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. See you next time right down here with at least me in a good old basement bourbon bar. Yeah, you can come too. It's fine.
Oh, that's so nice.
See you later.